Okay, let's get started here. So the Niners just beat the Raiders. I'm losing my voice, by the way. I'm kind of getting sick. The Niners just beat the Raiders in the preseason, and we're gonna do at least one third of our all-time 49ers draft today after this.
I don't think I've told you guys yet, but I'm going to be going back to New Orleans in I think like a 2 month and a half, and I haven't
Dang.
been there since we all went to the Super Bowl. I saw that picture of us, standing there in the intro.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll have to.
Are you work or for fun or for a Matty volleyball
It's
game?
for work. It's a work conference, but gonna try to make it fun, a little bit fun too.
Nice.
That would be
Nice.
cool. Um, so Jake Moody is all the way back.
Who says he ever left?
I think we all
Yeah.
did. Did you guys at least watch the highlight, or did you see the kick and the reaction from the team? What'd you guys think?
You you can go ahead, Jason.
I was just gonna say I thought it was awesome to see everyone kind of rallying behind him. Get like I feel like he needed that. He needed something that was like a big moment for him, and hopefully it's a confidence boost going into the season that his teammates still like him, regardless of what a couple of his teammates may have felt towards him last season,
Former teammate.
former teammate. So I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, good for him. Hopefully he does that during the regular season too.
Yeah, I agree with the whole confidence thing, and you can tell that the team obviously knows like the narrative or whatever that's out there, and just happy for him. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't see it live. I heard it live on the radio, but I did watch it later, and I mean, yeah, looked like a damn good kick. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy. It wasn't like he didn't feel like he got lucky with it. How about that?
So I think the radio's a little ahead of the TV because I had texted you guys that Moody's about to kick a 59 yarder for the win, and then you responded, "How do you feel about Moody now?" or something like that, and I was like, "Oh," because they had just called timeout to ice him.
But honestly,
I
that
was
could
like,
be either way, right? So
"Yeah, well, we were already pretty negative on
yeah,
him, so if he had missed it, would it it felt
could
like more of the
could have been
same."
more negative.
Yeah, just like, oh man, now I really hate this
But
guy.
honestly, when I sent that text, I wasn't even thinking that you were behind or anything like that. Cause yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. I just when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna make this kick, isn't he? And then he hit it really good, and he made it, and seeing the team react was really cool. Watching that game too, if you none of the fans in the building were acting like it was a preseason game.
No.
It was pretty loud.
Well,
It seemed like they were all very much into it.
Niners Raiders is always,
Yeah.
there's always a little extra for that. From what I saw, because I noticed it at first on the radio when I was listening, when he made it, I was like, "Damn, the crowd is loud! Like it
Yeah.
sounds like a home game." And then when I saw the clip, I was like, "There is a lot of red there." I mean, not surprising, right?
Hmm.
The faithful always take over, but yeah, for a preseason game to be that fired up and everything, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you can tell the team knows that he needs every ounce of confidence he can get because they were really, juicing it. I mean, he looked like Rudy
Yeah.
after he made that kick. They were this close to putting him on their shoulders and parading him around. So that was cool. Was any other takeaways from the game? I had
If
a couple,
if
but
if he went to Colorado for college, they would have retired his jersey on the spot.
seriously, Hall of Fame.
He was a distant cousin to Deion Sanders.
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't take too much, right? Did you say any other thoughts on him or any other thoughts on the
No, no,
game?
the game in general. Any other takeaways?
Well, my honestly, biggest takeaway is being worried about Pooney. I mean, it sounds like it
Yeah.
might not be super serious, but serious enough that he's going to miss multiple weeks, right? So, I mean, maybe
Hmm.
that's just precautionary. Like I said, I didn't see the game, but I heard that he jogged off the field under his own power or whatever. So hopefully that means it's not too bad. But yeah, like I think we've talked about the O line, issues on here a fair bit, and after Trent, he's probably the one that you feel the best about, right? So it's kind of unfortunate.
Dominic Pooney to miss multiple weeks with PCL injury.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
saw.
probably a sprain or something.
Right.
Yeah, injuries. I mean, Patrick Taylor got hurt. Corey Kiner got hurt. He ripped off like a big run, like a 19-yard run, and then got up and couldn't put any weight on his. I think it was his left leg, so
Jeez.
that was bad. I'm gonna look up Corey. I'm gonna see what his injury was. It's just the.
That's my guy, right? That's my rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the injuries, like, the Niners just cannot get out of their own way.
Well, but the thing of it is, like, it doesn't.
CJ West, too.
Yeah, the CJ. Well, that was before the game, wasn't it? Well, that was in the joint practice.
What's CJ's injury?
Hyperextended knee. I think he's like if it was the regular season, he'd be out like a week or maybe not even miss time, just miss practice time. But it's preseason, so they're being careful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, are the Niners just cursed? Do they just report their injuries more? Like, what is going on? Like,
do you think they built their stadium on, like, Indian burial grounds or something?
Possible. It's very possible. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw Grant Cohn put on Twitter that he was blaming that the practices aren't long enough and they don't warm up long enough. And then that sparked a big debate about whether the Niners warm up enough.
There's something to that because 2, 3, 4 decades ago, NFL teams used to do 2-a-days. They used to practice for hours. And there's something to building up the callus and toughing out injuries. And nowadays, practices are like less than 90 minutes. Some of them are like an hour 10, hour 15. There's less practices. Training camp gets shorter and shorter by every several years, it seems. So by the time the season rolls around, it's like these guys aren't really built and ready to withstand the season, and they start falling apart. Teams didn't just fall apart like they do today. Even like 15 or 20 years ago, like Jim Harbaugh's teams weren't just like catastrophically injured year in, year out.
I feel like I've maybe talked about this before, but I feel like technology and where we're at with like sports science and training and everything has like exceeded what the human body can handle. So I think that's part of why there's so many injuries now. And it's like you have guys that are bigger and stronger than they should be and faster than they should be. And then they're colliding with each other and they're just putting so much stress and strain on these ligaments that are still the same that they've been for, ever and
Thousands
ever.
of years.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I feel like there's something to that, like, cause you're right, Ryan, that you used to do 2-a-days and you wouldn't see all this stuff, but I bet you those guys weren't running on the whole. They weren't running 40s as fast as they were. They probably weren't as heavy as they are, they probably didn't have as much muscle on them. And anyway, so I think there's gotta be, a correlation there.
They also probably weren't like reporting every little nick and bruise.
Yep.
Like guys were probably dealing with stuff all the time that they're like, oh, I'm fine.
Yep.
It was like the old tough guy, like I'll smoke a cigarette and walk it off. I'm fine.
Yep.
There wasn't like, oh, coach, my knee's a little something. All of a sudden it's like, oh, rest for 2 days and we got to report this.
Yep.
Like back then they just didn't say anything, or they would just rest for a day or two and no one would ever know about it because it's not in the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
So there's, I don't know. But Niners, every team's going to get injured. It's not all that different from fantasy football. It's not always the best team that wins. It's the deepest team who's got a good bench to fill in the reserves. And right now the 49ers are like testing their reserves big time. We'll see We'll see what they're made of because there's young, inexperienced players that are going to get called on.
Well, and it's like a double whammy right now because it's not only testing the reserves, but the main dudes aren't even playing. So it's like you've already taken them out of the equation before the game starts. So you're already
Yep.
down a
Yeah,
bunch of players, and now you're getting a bunch of other players hurt. So I mean, there's a couple ways to look at that. One is like, hey, so once the season starts, Kittle, McCaffrey, all those guys, Trent, they're going to be out there. Hopefully they continue to be out there, but you're like, there's your reinforcements, and you got reinforcements with a bunch of all pros. At the same time, if they do get hurt, you're seeing how sad life could be because even their backups are now hurt. So we're
yeah.
we're going to be really scraping the bottom of the waiver wire to field a team.
When we do our season predictions, maybe we'll do that the week before the season opener. Um, Mine could drastic pretty heavily between now and then, and I told Sam today, I was like, I feel like my prediction is going to be a little pessimistic because if this team keeps getting injured and they're relying on all these young guys and injured guys, this team they could be in for a rough year,
Hmm. They could.
We
even
did
with the soft schedule.
we did an earlier prediction, didn't we? Like when we got the schedule out.
Yeah,
We'll
but
do another.
you always do those assuming okay everybody's healthy and all the rookies they drafted are sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I hear you. I mean, I do feel like they have a wide potential variance here. I also think they could be really good. I mean, seriously, I feel like I know I've made this point before, but I like them having a bunch of young, hungry guys that want to prove it. They might suck, so they might be out there trying to prove it, and they don't do a good job, and they could be terrible. But I could also see, just guys that are going to put their heads down and play hard and like be led by some of the freaks of nature that we still have around. I could see it turning into something really good. I could also see exactly what you're saying, Ryan, that a couple more injuries happen and this thing could spiral quick.
Yep. I
yeah,
agree.
a perfect example of that in recent weeks would be Nick Martin. The first preseason game, young, hungry, amped up, excited, missing tackles everywhere.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my gosh, this guy's going to be a serious liability. And then against the Raiders, it was like, whoa, Nick Martin's really good. He like had a blitz for a huge sack. He was flying around making tackles, and like that's going to be this year's team. There's going to be so much up and down, and it's going to be up to Shanahan, Saleh, and the vets to kind of even keel, steady it, while there's all this variance around them.
Well, and I think you said last time we talked about the offense going to have to carry things because I
Yeah,
believe it or I
Yeah.
agree, so yeah.
yeah. You can't pay your head coach and your quarterback what you're paying them, and then lean on a rookie defensive line. You know, so um, I was impressed again by the rookie safety,
Siegel?
Marquise Siegel.
Yep.
Man, he's fearless. He's fast and he's fearless. He has no problem coming up and hitting anybody. And then the DB Chase Lucas,
Mhm.
the Niners might have found a little something there. He had a pick. He had a couple of PBUs
That's my
making tackles. He's going to make the 53-man roster.
he's my prediction of the next Dante Johnson. He's going to hang around. He's going to look good and do things in the right time, but probably not be good enough to be, an everyday player.
That's a funny prediction. The next Dante Johnson. I'm trying to think if there was anything else.
So,
I'm a Brock. Oh, Brock. The Purdy to Pearsall connection looked pretty nice. They only got one drive together, but they connected 3 times. Pearsall is going to be lethal in PPR leagues.
Sounds like Pearsall is just unguardable right now. All the training camp reports, joint practices, just no one can guard the guy.
I think he's really good. He just needs to stay healthy.
Yeah.
That's my only concern with Pearsall is not whether or not he can play. It's whether or not he physically can get on the field and play.
so when the season starts, we know Ayuk is still out, and we know that Robinson is going to be suspended, right?
Ooh, there was a clip of Ayuk before the game, like running routes and catching balls on the field. I thought that was kind of cool to see.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Who will be their third? I'm assuming that Jennings is going to be back and healthy and playing week 1. So Pearsall and Jennings would be the top 2 guys, I would think. Who is their third receiver?
I mean, it's Demarcus Robinson, but the problem is he's going to get suspended.
Right. So who do you think week 1 is going to be their third receiver that they're rolling out?
And then I would say like, well, it's Jordan Atkins, but he just had a high ankle sprain. He's going to be out for a month.
Yeah.
So is it
Jordan Watkins.
does
Right?
Jacob Cowing emerge?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Russell Gage.
I mean, Russell Gage is probably in the lead for that spot right now.
That's pretty bleak.
It is. It's sad. It's bad because like Tariq Owens has like a real chance to make the team in week 1 or something.
He's gonna, if anything, he'll sneak on the practice squad, and yeah.
Yeah, but like they're just so thin at wide receiver.
Who's that other rookie that they want to use to return? Bergen or something?
Bergen?
Yeah.
Bergen.
Did he play yesterday, or is he hurt too?
Yeah, he played.
Did he do anything of note? No.
Not really. Not that I remember.
Couple of
I
fair
didn't
catches.
watch every snap though.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to see how that goes.
I mean, it's going to be Ricky, Jawan, George, and Christian. They're not going to have another wide receiver to rely on. It's going to be George and Christian having to pick up that slack.
Juice is good out of the backfield. Come on.
Spent all that money on that new tight end, make him run.
I
some
think
routes.
he's their blocker.
Yeah.
He did have a catch yesterday, almost scored a touchdown. Would have been his first career NFL touchdown. He's never scored one.
Definitely.
Regular or preseason.
Definitely a blocking tight end then.
Yeah. Yeah. The DB that came up to tackle him like just dove at his shoes. He looked pretty scared, like, damn, this guy's pretty big. And he just kind of sidestepped him and then got tackled at like the 1. Yeah, I think that was pretty much all I had from that game.
This is not from the game, but just talking about tight end made me randomly think. I didn't realize that Ross Dwelly, I know he got released. I didn't realize he was from the Sacramento area. Went to high school up at like El Dorado Hills.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
I didn't know that
I
either.
just found that out recently.
Ross the boss.
Yeah.
That's the boss.
Who knows? He may get a call
Sorry,
again
Ross.
at some point.
Yeah, I know. He'll be back. He's the current Dante
Yeah,
Johnson.
he's the offensive Dante Johnson. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how did the D-line guys look that played from what you saw? Because I heard on the radio times where they're like, Niners aren't getting any pressure. And then I heard at other times, oh, the D-line, did good on that play. But on the whole, like it's concerning when you hear snaps that are obvious passing situations and they're like, Niners aren't getting any kind of pressure right now.
So, I made a point early in the game. I was searching for 95. I wanted to watch him, Collins, a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything.
Oh,
I didn't see him eating up double teams. I didn't see him stuffing the run. I didn't see him pressuring the quarterback. He was just a guy on the football field. And then late in the game, there's like random D linemen who aren't going to make the team. Their numbers are in the 50s. And like some of them kind of flashed a little bit. But you're like, okay, who are they going against?
Right.
The Raiders' third and fourth stringers. So is this really something or is it not? That's kind of what I saw. I really wish I would love to see Michael Williams, but haven't been able to yet.
Did Puff play yesterday?
Yeah, early, but that was it. I didn't really see much from him, but I only watched him on one snap, and I think they kind of ran the other way, and he was just out of the play. I was really trying to watch Collins.
Yeah.
Like I was making a point to watch him, and it was just drive after drive. It was like, can you at least like knock a pass down? Can you make the quarterback throw the ball a little early? Can you just do something? And like the opposing offensive line was several times they double teamed him, and a guy that big and strong, you want him to just hold his ground, right? He doesn't have to shed both blocks and get a sack. Like he's not freaking Aaron Donald. But can you just like hold your ground and let those two guys just like they're trying to move a tree? But like no. They just shoved him out of the club. He was out. Several times he was over by the hash marks, which you don't want.
I've heard, like, this was weeks ago, that he's, struggling with leverage because he's so tall or whatever, and they're trying to really work on him getting his pad level lower and everything. So hope,
I feel like I've heard this before. I can't think of the player.
yeah, you can. Hopefully they can get that squared away.
Yeah, it's like, did you learn your lesson? Because then there's like CJ West, who's not a big guy, and when he's healthy now, my voice is just going. But when I hear all these good things about CJ, about how he's small, and like DJ Jones, like maybe those are the guys you need. Just they're already low.
Mm-hmm.
He's big, tall. Like Collins is, you want a big guy if he can like get his hands up. If he gets no pressure, you get your hands up and knock a pass down. But like that's playing C or D. You want him in the backfield, not waving his hands around trying to knock a pass down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why you would want a giant. Like maybe he should be playing tackle. Guys that size. Maybe you want your interior D linemen to be shorter, stockier, athletic guys. Brainstorming here. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I hear
Aaron Donald wasn't some giant.
no, but then
No.
you have guys like Chris Jones who are really
And
big.
Keenan Williams. Like there are those guys.
Yeah, I mean Buckner, like there's
Yeah.
there's big old dudes that do what you need them to do. So it just depends on the player.
I think the ideal defensive tackle is like 6'2", 320 pounds, super athletic, but like 80-inch arms.
Mm.
Like John Jones reach. Because that's why you want the tall, so you keep guys off you with the hands and the long reach, but small enough to still get like under like forklift guys and lift them up and move them.
See, I feel like, I mean, I don't know. I might just be biased because of how much I love DeForest Buckner, but like, I feel like if you can get that, that's the ideal. Like, that's better even than what you described. Like Chris.
But why is he ideal to you think? Like in your opinion, why is that the frame?
Because he is still able to get like disruption, get in the backfield. So he's obviously figured out the leverage game, but he can also just put his hands up and disrupt a throwing lane. Even if he's not hitting the ball, it's still going to affect the quarterback. He is super strong. He can move guys. Like, I just feel like if you're telling me that I can have an effective defensive tackle that's 6'2" or an effective defensive tackle that's 6'6", give me the 6'6" guy. Because
But what if the 6'2" guy has the arms of the 6'6" guy?
Well, it's got to be more difficult for a quarterback to see too, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. He could have those arms, but isn't the 6'6" guy gonna still have the 4 inches? Like if they have the same arms, they have the same length arms, but some are set 4 inches, higher on their shoulders. I don't know.
Yeah, but then that's where the shorter guy would come with the natural leverage to move guys a little easier.
Sure.
But if you're big like DeForest and you know how to use the leverage, then yeah, I mean that's I guess the ideal is just know how to get under the offensive lineman. It doesn't really matter how freaking big you are.
Right. Exactly.
Just know how to manipulate the guy in front of you, and it seems like Malik Collins is a long way away from figuring that.
You mean Alfred Collins?
Alfred Collins. Yeah. Malik Collins.
Wasn't he on the team last year?
Yep.
Yeah. These guys' names.